Hello students, welcome to online classes. In today's class, we are going to learn about the evolution of marketing. The evolution of marketing is as old as civilization itself. The concept of marketing is not been emerged in the 20th century. It is the practice which been followed since the civilization itself. Though the form of practice was different then and what we are practicing today, but it is as old as civilization itself, and it is one of the oldest professions of the world. Marketing is considered as one of the oldest professions of the world, and it is indeed an ancient art, and it has been practiced in one or other form since the days of Adam and Eve. That is, marketing is one of the ancient art, and the people used to perform this art in one or other form since the ancient period. Although the actual practice of concept of marketing is emerged after the industrial revolution, but the change in the business in terms of adapting to the concept come about gradually. No doubt, whatever concept of marketing is there, whatever practice of concept of marketing we are following today, it been emerged as soon as the industrial revolution took place, but it took several years for the business organizations to adapt this concept of marketing in their day-to-day business activities. It has come very gradually and not all of sudden. Okay, and it took many years for them to realize that satisfying customers is the key for making sales, making more sales and profits in the long run. Okay, they have understood this fact that if they want to survive in the market for a longer period of time, first they need to understand the customers needs, and they have to make sure that they will satisfy the customers needs, because if they succeed in doing that, that is if they succeed in satisfying the customers needs, there will be increase in the sales, and this increase in sales will leads to increase in profits, and automatically if any firm or organization is consistently increase their profit, they will survive for a longer period of time in the market. And in this way, business have gone through different phases or stages of marketing over the years, and these phases or stages are called as evolution of marketing, or the eras in the evolution of marketing. There are total 5 stages in the evolution of marketing. The first one is barter era or barter system, which is also called as exchange stage. The second one is production stage or production era. Third one is marketing stage. Third one is sales stage or sales era. And the fourth one is marketing stage. And the fifth one is societal marketing stage. So now let's understand all these stages one by one. So let's begin with the first one, that is barter system or barter stage. The barter system existed in the initial stage of evolution of marketing, and therefore this stage is considered as the first phase in the evolution of marketing. During this period, people exchanged goods for goods without using any medium for exchange such as money. Okay, so in this barter system, people used to exchange the goods for goods, and there was no any medium of exchange. Okay, and that is the reason this system is called as barter system or exchange system, because whatever excess production they used to have, that production they used to exchange with someone else who want that product or who want those goods. Okay, and in return they used to get the goods which they require or which they want, and in this way the marketing practices used to be done. There are few important features of the barter system. The first one is easy exchange. During the barter system, exchange of goods used to take place very easily without making any extra efforts. So seller never used to take any efforts for selling the goods or for exchanging the goods, because sales was not there. So the exchanging goods used to be take place very easily in the barter system. The second feature of the barter system is limited production. Production used to take place at household basis, so therefore the production was very limited. The biggest problem faced by this barter system is problem of measurement of value. So which goods used to exchange with which goods, so what is the value of each good, so that used to be very difficult task. Deciding the value for each goods used to be very difficult task for the sellers, and that is why they face this problem of measurement of value. The next feature is no research and development work. As the production used to take place at household basis, there was no any extra efforts is been taken by the sellers to exchange the goods or by the producer to exchange the goods, and that is the reason they have not paid any attention for research and development work. And the last feature is no promotion. The sellers or the producers have not done any promotional activities in this stage for exchanging the goods, because goods used to get exchanged very quickly or very easily without making any promotional activities or without using any advertisement strategies. Okay, so these are the important features of the barter stage. Barter stage is the stage where the goods used to exchange with the another goods, and there was no any medium of exchange what we are using today. Now today medium of exchange is money, but then there was no any medium of exchange, so whatever excess goods they used to have, those goods they used to exchange with another whatever goods they want in return. Okay, and still this practice will be followed in some fields, not everywhere, but still barter system has not gone completely, still we follow in some cases this system. Okay, after barter system or exchange stage, the next era has come, and that era is called as production era or production stage. The Industrial Revolution of the 17th century brought about the production era, and which continued till the late of 1920s. Before Industrial Revolution, markets existed without much competition. Before the Industrial Revolution, there was no much competitions in the market. The producers and consumers were not closely knit, and as such, demand and supply remained passive. That is, more importance was given for demand and supply, and distribution activities were completely ignored by the producer, because they assumed that if there is a large scale production and if there is a good supply of the like if there is a proper supply of the goods, the products will get automatically sold in the market, there will be demand for the products in the market, so no need of taking the efforts in selling, in making the promotional activities, and that is the reason they have not paid any attention for distribution activities or promotional activities. The important features of the production era are: the first one is limited lines of products. In this production era, like as soon as industrial revolution took place, they have given more importance for the large scale production with very less number of products, or with very less lines of products, so there were very less varieties of products was there, and whatever limited products were there, those products used to get produced on large basis. Business organization had paid more attention, or they have concentrated more with the production issues. They have given more importance for the issues relating to the production and not the other activities of the manufacturing unit or the business organization. The pricing of the goods and services was used to be done on the basis of cost of production and the distribution. Okay, on the basis of whatever cost they incurred for production and distribution of goods and services, on that basis they used to decide the prices of goods and services. As there were limited lines of products and the more importance given for large scale production, so they have not paid much attention for the research activities. Okay, and therefore in the production era, research activities were very less or very limited. And the last feature of the production era is low promotion and advertisement strategies. In this stage, in this era, production strategies and promotional activities were very less, because they have the assumption that if they produce more goods and services, automatically these goods will get demanded in the market, they will get sold in the market. So no need to pay the extra attention for promotion and advertisement strategies. Okay, so these are the two areas which we have discussed in today's class. In the next class, we are going to discuss the remaining eras or stages of evolution of marketing. Okay, I hope you understood first and second point. Okay, thank you.